Hello everyone. In today's session we will see how to create the resource group and the resources in the Azure cloud. So here what exactly the resource group is. Resource organizations can use subscriptions to manage the cost and resources created by the users teams and the projects. Resource groups are logical containers where we can deploy and manage the Azure resources like virtual machine, web applications, database, and storage accounts. The resource groups can include all resources for the solution or only those resources you want to manage as a group. And in today's session, we will see just how to create the resource group using the Azure portal and creating a resource inside the resource group. We'll not talk about the storage group today. We'll talk about actually the VNET first. Okay, let's see in the lab. I have logged into my Azure portal. I already logged in. You can see here I have logged into my portal. In here we are create a resource group. Just very first after subscription we have to create a resource group before we can create any resource inside. So resource may be my virtual machine, maybe VNet, maybe storage account, anything it could be. So we have to have a resource group first. So just create a resource group. In creating a I'll select here create a resource group now. Okay, click on the create resource group. Create a resource group here. Then we first of all it shows subscription. This is my subscription. So I have to select subscription here. So this is my subscription, and in the resource group I have to give a name. What I want resource group name, it may be my organization, my department, my projects, anything it could be. So I will say resource group, for example, RSG-1 resource group 1, and it already resource group within the same. Okay, I will say resource group 2, for example, it is there. Then I have to select the region where I want to create, is North UAE or in India, anything. For example, I created okay, now let it be North UAE. Then I will say the region I can select according to my choice or according to my location exactly. So after this resource I can create a tag as well. So tag is basically we can add a tag to resources to logically organize them by categories. A tag consists of the key names and a value. Tag names are case insensitive and tag are the values. For example, if I say here why I integrate tag, this is for example my project, and this project I say for example just say demo. This I want to give a name to that as a tag. So you can create the name and the value. This is a tag can be used for billing purpose, for locating the resource, anyhow. So just we say it's optional. If you want you can keep it blank as well. Just save and create. It will show you validation. If validation is passed, create will come. Click on the create. Now you see my resource group created. And always this message will come, notification will come here. Resource group RSG2 is created. Okay, now I want to create a virtual network inside. Virtual network means if we want to install any virtual machine, so we have to install a virtual network. In that, if for example if I show you what virtual network is, Azure virtual network is a representation of your own network in the cloud. It is a logical isolation of Azure cloud dedicated to your subscription. Creates a dedicated private cloud only virtual network. Securely extends your data center with virtual network. Enable hybrid cloud scenario. By default you can create up to 50 virtual networks per subscription per region. Although you have the ability to increase the limit by 500. to 500 by contacting the Azure support. The virtual network are free of charge, but other dependent resources such as public IP or application gateway uh, are charged actually. So VNet organization can use a virtual network to connect resources. Whenever we install any VM Azure load VM's Azure load balancer scan an application gateway in in a single virtual network requires unique IP address in the same way as the client in an on-premises subnet. Okay, VNet requires two IP address, private and public IP address. So private IP address to connect inside the VM, cloud public IP address to connect from the outside. Okay, let's see how to create the VNet as well. So I will go to my again dashboard. Here I can say create a resource. Sorry, go to home, virtual network, create a VNet, create virtual network. The when you create a virtual network, you have to select a resource group actually. So here I have to select a resource group where I want to create a virtual network. I select RSG2. Then I say here my VNet name. For example, VNet name is VNet2, and again is asking me region. It is maybe North UAE. Same region I am taking. If I go to next, is asking me security option. No need to connect. These are all optional things we can do in the different configuration type. But simply I can say go to IP. If I see this is my subnet created, if I want to change the subnet, I can do another subnet. For example, let it be 10.0.0.0 subnet is 16-bit, and it's by default. Otherwise I can create another subnet if I want to give 172 network or 192 network. Okay, just say next in the tag. Tag is again optional. I will leave this time. No need to create any tag. Just review plus create. So here you will see now validation is done and set create is coming. Okay, I will say create the resource, deploying now. You can see now my VNet has been deployment successfully. VNet 2 has been created. So if you see this way, my VNet, go to resource. This is my VNet 2. If I go to VNet 2 here overview, you can see resource group 2, address space is 10.0.0.0.16. My subscription is showing, and also if I show you here in the address space, it is showing me this my address space is 10.0.0.16. okay, subnet inside, see this subnet is 10.0.0.0/24. I have only 251 subnet. Generally when you see the normal network in the other than the Azure, we have 254 IP addresses in every 24/24 subnet, but here we get 251 IP because other IPs 0 is network, as you know, 255 is already broadcast, and 1, 2, 3 also used by the by the Azure cloud for the other connectivity and configuration purpose. So whatever IP we receive in the computer, it's from the 4. We will get first IP 10.0.0.4. okay, that's it in this session. Now next session we'll see about how to install virtual machine in the same resource group. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, kindly subscribe and share this video and like. Also if you need anything more, you can write in the comment. Okay, thanks a lot. Thanks for watching.